self-evaluation and sales techniques. When evaluating a professional from the business world, and specifically from sales world, we can go two ways: induction or analysis versus deduction or synthesis. I am José Manuel García-Lomas Allen-Perkins, President and first consultant of the firm García-Lomas Allen-Perkins, the ADO Corporation. Applying the scientific method of deduction or synthesis, we are going from the general to the particular. We are integrating. And here we find our salesman with a determined sales results. In sales, numbers sing and count, and here we are only looking at the figure achieved by our professional, which sometimes is not significant enough, especially when that figure is not the expected level and will serve to evaluate the performance of the person. On the contrary, by applying the other scientific method of induction or analysis, here we are going from the particular to the general. We are developing differentiation. That is to say, induction versus deduction, analysis versus synthesis, differentiation versus integration, from the particular to the general and from the general to the particular. As just look at the sales result of a salesman, the synthesis of his activity only does not say much to be able to evaluate him correctly. So we will develop the other system in this video. An analysis and objective system to contemplate the sales activity of the salesman, and that also serves to put light on something as complex as the world of personal selling. The personal selling, discovering strengths and weaknesses that can help our man in his commercial activity. For the development of this important concept, it would be convenient that at any individual or group level, if it is appropriate, to develop in a few minutes what is called an individual work or a group work. For this, I propose a short exercise for each one in his own situation, answering the following question. Group work. What factors in the salesman's work in our situation influences your results? And I add, personal factor, that is to say, that depend fundamentally on the salesperson. Take some time pausing the video to think about the different answers, then my own answer will come and you will be able to compare. The best answer is to explain the 10 SBO areas, the selling by objectives areas. Now we are going to enter with this new concept that is called analysis and evaluation of sales activity. It is an analytical and objective system to contemplate the salesman performance. It gives us an answer that responds to the 3 dimensions and the 10 sales areas. Let us start by saying that the sales result of a salesman are consequences of its own professional performance. In a first analysis of his performance, we can decompose it in the 3 dimensions of the sale, that is to say, quantity, direction, and quality. Going even deeper into the analysis of the salesman performance, we can arrive to the conclusion that these three dimensions of the sale in turn can be broken down into specific areas of sales activity. According to the first dimension is quantity, that gives us rise to the first area of activity, which is the quantity of work. And what is quantity of work? It is the time that the salesperson works developing his professional activity. But as ours is personal selling, the way to measure it will be the number of sales interviews that the salesperson has at the end of the week, month or year. The second dimension is called direction, and this dimension is broken down into three sales activities. The first of direction and second of the 10 areas to call customer direction. And what is customer direction? It is distribution of effort that makes the salesperson correlate the different segments of the market, the different type of client that he has, dedicating more attention to some with relation to others according to different criteria. The second dimension area is direction, and third of the 10 areas is product direction. And what is product direction? It is the distribution of effort that the salesman makes in relation to the different products and services that he has, being devoting more attention to some than others on the basis of their different criteria. And the third area of the dimension direction and the fourth dimension of the 10 areas is task work direction. It is the distribution of effort that the salesman makes in relation to the different tasks that he develops, logically dedicating more time to the most important task, that is to visit his clients, without forgetting other tasks or lesser rank but that are also important. And we go with the third dimension, the quality. And quality has 6 areas to complete the 10 sales activity areas, to which the 3 dimensions we are quoting of quantity, direction and quality gives rise. Number 5 of the 10 areas and first of the quantity is product knowledge. It is the level of knowledge about our products and services in which logically we must be experts. Area 6 is customers' knowledge and their environment. It is the knowledge we have as sales professionals about our clients and the client's environment, knowing that the greater the knowledge in this area we have, the easier it is for us as salesperson to sell more and better. Number 7, and many times abandoned by salesmen, is competitors' knowledge. And here it must be said that many times this area is the most abandoned by sales professionals because they think that nobody like them and their products and services equal in the market. Now we enter the number 8 of the 10 areas, which is the short-term contactability of the salesperson. It is the social ability that the salesperson has to be accepted as a person quickly by his clients based on a series of aspects that will be dealt with. Number 9 of the 10 areas is the long-term contactability salesperson. If with the contactability we would have customer doors open, with this ability for the long term, we keep them open and get customer loyalty. And then the aspects that define this ability will also be dealt with conveniently. And finally, we come to area number 10, the sales techniques, negotiation techniques, as a step beyond selling, and communication techniques. This area, the last to be cited, is not of minor importance, quite the contrary. This area number 10 could be the summary of the 10 areas of sale because in a way includes them. In short, what we mean is that with these three dimensions, quantity, direction and quality, we can form a figure that would be a cube with the three edges, as can be seen in the diagram below. And those three dimensions, quantity, direction and quality, are defining the results that the salesman obtains. And here we have a challenge as sales professionals, and myself also, because I am also a salesman of my services, which is how to get a more dimension cube. Because if it increases and we increase quantity, direction and quality, even if it is just a little better, what would happen is that the cube will dimensions and therefore the results would increase greatly. And that is exactly what all sales professionals want to achieve, to increase the results of their activity. I would like to ask you two questions. First, which of the sales areas in our situation do we think have no value at all? Take some time to respond pausing this video. They are all of value. They are the sale. And second question, which are the three most important areas in our situation? Let's think and choose. Take some time to respond pausing this video. Was the choice difficult? Sure not. Well, if you are interested in our videos, I suggest that you give a like and subscribe to our channels in Spanish and English.